FAQ, frequently asked question. Today's question is this: are electronic voting machines safe? And it's not a new question. It's a question India has been asking for 15 years. In courts, in press conferences, on TV debates, EVMs are the perpetual villains, and everyone targets them. From LK Advani to Rahul Gandhi, if they're questioning the EVM, you know they've lost or they're losing. So what's the solution? Should India revert to the paper ballot? That's a question we can answer definitively. The Chief Election Commissioner of India, Sunil Arora, has ruled that out. No going back to the paper ballot. But the opposition to the EVMs continues, and here's how it's played out over the years.
जो ईवीएम का सवाल उठ रहा है वो सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान में नहीं उठ रहा है, वो एक जेनेरिक सवाल है कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग मशीन्स में यूनिवर्सली प्रॉब्लम्स हैं। और अगर देश की जनता ईवीएम में को देखकर अनकंफर्टेबल है तो वो एक बहुत बड़ा सवाल है और उस सवाल को एड्रेस करना होगा।
वोटिंग मशीन ने बीजेपी के सिवाय किसी दूसरी पार्टी के वोट को स्वीकार ही नहीं किया है, अधिकांश स्वीकार ही नहीं किया है, या फिर अन्य पार्टियों के वोट भी बीजेपी के ही खाते में चले गए।
जो मशीन है जिसे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग मशीन कहते हैं, ये चोर मशीन है। ईमानदारी से ये चोर मशीन है और मैं इन सब लीडरों से गुजारिश करूंगा, इस मशीन को खत्म करना चाहिए।
Now here's the thing. LK Advani questions the EVM in 2009 but endorses the BJP's sweeping win in 2014, the very next election. Rahul Gandhi says EVMs can be manipulated, and 5 days later, when his party wins 3 big states, he raises no doubts about EVMs. Basically, it's an argument of convenience. The EVM is like Caesar's wife. It must be beyond doubt. So when did India start using EVMs? 1982, in an assembly election in Kerala. Then, in 16 assembly seats in 1998 in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Delhi. And then the big decision, the 2004 Lok Sabha election. EVMs replaced ballot papers then. Now the question is, can EVMs be tampered with? A very difficult question. In most countries, the EVMs are networked. In India, they're not. We have standalone units, so you cannot influence a network. In most countries, the machines are produced by private companies. In India, a state-owned company produces EVMs. And that eliminates the role of private players. Each machine, each EVM has a unique number, and that number can be tracked. Its software cannot be edited. Every EVM can be programmed only once. So can an EVM be pre-programmed? Perhaps yes, but it won't really help. And I'll tell you why. Because the order of candidates, how the candidates appear on each machine, is decided at the very last moment. It's disclosed at the very last moment. So pre-programming a machine will not be of any use. And the second reason is that EVMs will go to different booths. Which EVM goes to which booth is something that is kept confidential. And yet the questions remain. What about the rest of the world, we ask then? How have EVMs fared outside India? Disputes have followed the electronic voting machine wherever it's gone. The first EVM was used in 1975 in the US. At last count, barely 24 countries use the EVMs, and that is only 1/5 of the 120 countries which conduct democratic elections in the world. Only 4 countries, only 4 across the world use the electronic voting machine nationwide: India, Brazil, Bhutan, and Venezuela. Why don't the others use it? Let's look at the track record again. The Netherlands used EVMs. Notice the stress on the past tense. They used EVMs for 17 years and then they discarded them in 2007. The reason? Their election committee said that EVMs were not reliable and secure. That's not all. The government also said that tech vendors had become part of the decision-making process. Germany also stopped using electronic voting machines, and the reason was similar. They said EVMs violated the public nature of elections. Ireland used EVMs for 2 years, then stopped. Their reason? Inadequate safeguards, absence of independent end-to-end testing, lack of policy guidelines, lack of technology to record the identity, location, and movement of EVMs. In the US, only 27 states use direct recording machines. So the verdict on EVMs is mixed. What's the alternative to EVMs in India? This. This is ballot stuffing. 98. This is not a polling booth. And now look at this video. This is election in India. Rampant booth capturing, rigging, stealing ballots from Bihar to Bengal, from Tamil Nadu to Maharashtra. Such incidents were common. Is this what we want to return to? Think about it.